Hello, 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 beautiful people. What's going on, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in, come in, come in. Get on in here, y'all. Get on in here, get on in here. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. You are now in the den, and we are now talking. Okay. Self-care Saturday, people. I don't know what's going on. I'm having so much technical difficulties. Y'all know it's not alive if I don't have a technical difficulty, baby. So we used to that here. But welcome to you. If this is your first time coming across my channel, this is Self-Care Saturday. And of course, when we are doing Self-Care Saturday, we are talking, self-care tips, self-care ideas, self-care challenges, positive affirmations, bringing awareness, um, stopping the stigma, breaking the silence, talking about mental health, talking about physical health, all of the things, that we need, especially in this day and time, child, with everything that we have been, dealing with in life. Okay, life just be life and be going non-stop out here in these streets. So this is the time when we come together, and of course, this is the last self-care before the new year. Okay, so we had to come together for this. Let me say hi to the people. What's going on, Shayna? Hey, Candy Love. What's going on, Lemon Kush Pepper? Thank you for coming through. Yes, please do all of the things. Hit like, okay, comment, share, subscribe. If you are so inclined, if you are not already subscribed, definitely go ahead and do that. Okay. And just rock out with your girl, make sure y'all hit that hype button too. So yeah, we in December, y'all. It's that time of the year again. This year went by so fast. Like it really did. It's been a lot going down out here in this past year. I'm just trying to make sure that I shared it everywhere. I probably still forgot to share it somewhere, but it is what it is. Whoever comes. Whoever can't, can't. They'll catch the replay. But we here, y'all. We here. So again, if you are not familiar and this is your first time joining us, basically with Self-Care Saturdays, we just, like I said, talk about all of the things, right? Give full disclosure, the things I'm going through, the things y'all going through. Um, and we just let each other know that we're here for each other no matter what. Okay, that's basically what it's all about. So we always, first and foremost, before we do anything else, we take a moment to go ahead, relax, relate, release, and remember to breathe. Okay, I know that sounds like, girl, we breathing, okay? But no, we really got to take a moment, whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, half an hour, whatever you could do, to take a deep breath in, hold it, and go ahead and let it out, right? And that is basically just letting everything that we've dealt with for the day, for the week, for the month, for the year, child, whatever we got to do to let it out, let it go, let it flow. That is basically why, we remember to take those breaths, because sometimes it be crazy out here in these streets. Okay. Um, so that's the first thing we do before we do anything else. And then, this is self-care, right? And you are in the right place. This must be the place. You are in the right place. This is my happy place. where I can just let it go, let it flow, go ahead and breathe. Good vibes only. We letting all the bad things that we've had to deal with, like I said, letting that go. And we are just, making sure that we take care of ourselves. Self care is not a luxury, it is a necessity. We absolutely have to do it. You cannot take care of anybody else if you don't take care of yourself first. And we are officially closed for self care. All right. And the next thing we always like to do is go ahead and do that check in. How are we feeling today? Okay. What is the vibe? Y'all know I always say I'm a little bit of everything. Okay. So let me put my glasses on, y'all. I got glasses now. Y'all know I always be complaining I can't see nothing. And even with these glasses, I still feel like it'd be hard for me to see. I guess I just gotta get used to them. But okay, so you can say I'm red, which is full of love and doing amazing. I'm orange, which is feeling pretty good. I'm functioning, okay, feeling a little anxious and worried. That is yellow. Green, I am lost, broken inside. Child. Blue, I'm happy and feeling great. Black could be better, could be worse, but I'm okay. Pink, I'm having a hard time and wouldn't mind having somebody to talk to. And purple, I'm in a really dark space, okay? And I need someone to talk to. So, whichever one you are, you go ahead and put it in there. Today, I'm going to say I'm black. I'm actually, could be worse, could be better, could be worse. I'm hanging in there, but I've probably been a little bit of everything over this past week. Okay, it's been a doozy, but I've been pushing through. So, y'all could drop it in the chat and let me know how you guys are feeling. Give me 1 minute. Uh, Sorry, I'll be trying to multitask. Trying to multitask. So let me see what y'all saying. Hey, all, and what's going on, girl? Thank you for joining. Um, I'll tell y'all, sometimes this feel like it's worse with the glasses in. Okay, with the glasses on. Ultimate Pepin Productions. I think this is my first time seeing you. Thank you for dropping in. You say it's a little bit of black, a little bit of purple. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay. Candy Love got an orange for now. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Misty Legend Class. Grateful. I know that's right, honey. Every time we have another day, we have to be grateful for that. Okay, some did not get that today. So we here no matter what, right? Um, so yeah, y'all. Today, y'all know, well, some may know, some may not know. We usually I give like, some awareness. That's for the month that we are in. Of course, y'all know, being as though it's December and being as though we are approaching the holidays, every December I like to discuss holiday blues. Okay, I like to discuss SAD, which is basically seasonal affective disorder, where when it's the holidays, that's a little bit more than our typical holiday blues that you may get, right? It's like you just are down, both having to do with the weather, having to do with the seasonal change, with it getting darker earlier, and also having to do with the holiday seasons. It actually happens in the summer and the winter. So I usually go over that. And then some affirmations and things of that nature is basically what we'll be discussing today. But before we get deep into that, I did want to do a health update. Most of you should know, okay, that I have been dealing with health issues, which is why I have not really been doing YouTube in the same way that I was. I actually was I think it made a year now that I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and I've shared my experience as far as healthcare and how I feel like I've been treated in the healthcare and all of those things. If you didn't see those videos, definitely check them out. And so I think when I was last up here, I had actually shared, um, that with my last mammogram and test that they did, I actually had got a little bit of good news because every time I was going back, I just kept getting bad news, bad news, bad news, bad news. And I was like, don't nobody bring me no bad news. Okay, I was sick and damn tired of it. And so finally, I got a little bit of good news that I could finally kind of breathe a little bit, that they said the tumor had shrunk, that the medication seemed to be working. And so, of course, I was like, I'll take that. And then when I went back again, because they were basically saying that it had spread to uh, not only just, the breast, but they had said that, unfortunately, because of me getting sick and the different things that happened, because just like quick run through for those that don't know, they were not able to do the surgery that they wanted to do, because I pretty much last year went from having a respiratory infection to having um freaking walking pneumonia to having the flu. So all of that prevented them from being able to do the surgery. Okay. Last year this time, child, I could have been out of here. Thank God, they saved my life and I'm still here. So that was the good side of it, but the bad side of it was that it prolonged them being able to do the surgery that they originally wanted to do. So then they started saying it was spreading through my body. So nonetheless, fast forward, when they last did the biopsy and my other scans, CAT scan, body scan, child, every damn scan known to man, in October, because they was ready to go in and do a hysterectomy on me, but wanted to kind of check things and see, what it was, whether it had got bigger and progressed and things of that nature. Before they did the surgery, they actually found out that it was fibroids and it was non-cancerous. And they said that they now don't see it in my hip bone where they were seeing it before. And so far, when I went to my last appointment with the oncologist and the breast surgeon, December 1st and 2nd, my blood work was good. They was like, oh, you look amazing. You don't even look like you sick. When you first came in here, you was looking sick as I don't know what. So as much as I am still going through the motions, I'm not 100% better. Of course, still got to continue the medication and the treatment. Still got to go for the shot once a month. And when I tell y'all, I wanted to rip the lady head off that did my shot last month because she had me in so much pain. Okay, she did not numb the spot good enough, and I never felt pain like that before in my life. Okay, but I was just so happy to hear that news. And I actually went out with like two of my best friends. At this point, I say they my sisters. We had to go out and celebrate. I went out with my son. I went out with my brother on different occasions. So I have been getting out the house a little bit more than I normally do. But, I'm still going through it. Like the biggest thing, of course, is the side effects, which I've mentioned that to you guys before too. They be kicking my behind the side effects from the medication, but I'd rather deal with the side effects from the medication than, you know, being the opposite and having my health get worse from the actual illness or disease, right? So always trying to find like a bright side and a side to be thankful for in the midst of the storm, so to speak. So I'm very thankful for that. um that's definitely, made me feel good, like, okay, well, as long as this thing is doing what it got to do, then I don't mind, and I'll deal with whatever side effects, that come with it. So I just wanted to give y'all that update, because as much as I came up here and, told y'all when everything was bad, I was like, I gotta tell y'all when it's good. And I definitely do have a testimony, honey, because the things that I went through and the things I saw when I was in that hospital, child. Listen, okay, but I'm still here. So, I always like to also just encourage you guys and let you know that you're not alone. And if you want anybody to talk to, I will do my best. You can send me messages, whether it's on social media or in the Discord, and of course, anything that I talk about in these self care videos, usually I post up the stuff inside of, my my, what do you call it, community tab, or I put it on social media, and I put it in the Discord as well. I know I had somebody that was like, do you have Facebook? And I'm like, yeah, I do. I guess you haven't been watching the self-care videos, because I'm on all social media and I share them everywhere, so that if you want to, like, save it for yourself, screenshot it, whatever, you can as well. And if you have any things to send me, definitely, feel free to send me stuff, because sometimes I'll be looking for other things to share and talk about too. And especially this past year, I haven't really been able to look up stuff the way that I used to be able to look up stuff. Be kind of hard sometimes. So Kendall, shout out to Kendall. I don't see her in here today, but she has always been a big help to me with that. A lot of the positive affirmations y'all see me sharing actually came from her, and she done damn near held me down for a year. Like, I'm just starting to run out of some of the stuff that she sent me from last year. So definitely shout out to her for that. And there's a few other people that usually send me things. Also, the community tab is now open where you guys can share stuff there as well too. So you can post up stuff in the community tab, whether it's self-care, positive affirmations, awareness, movies, TV shows, whatever. As long as it's positive, and as long as, we ain't arguing with each other, that's what it's there for. That's another way for us to be able to interact with each other too, because I know some people don't do the social media. So just want to throw that out there. But as we move on, okay, we also this month celebrate AIDS awareness. I mean, not celebrate, but bring awareness to AIDS awareness. You would be surprised that in this day and age, as long as HIV and AIDS has been around, there's still people that are definitely not aware and still do not understand how these things work. So they spread the misinformation and all of that kind of stuff. So we definitely always want to make people aware of this. I know that we have to have World AIDS Day as well. What's up, Demarcus? Thank you for coming through. You say someone's birthday is coming up in a month. What's your plans to make us in for your birthday? Yes, it is, Demarcus. Okay, thank you for the super sticker too. Okay. My plans is to enjoy myself and celebrate myself like I have never celebrated before. Okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wish I was gonna be somewhere on somebody island. That's what the original plan was. But because of, the health issues, I did not plan to go away. So that'll probably be next year, God willing. And if I live to see it, I'm gonna be on somebody island. But for this year, I'm just gonna go out. I'm gonna celebrate myself as much as I can. It's been a minute since we did trivia night. I think it's actually been a year. The last time we may have done it, if I'm not mistaken, right before I got sick, was for my birthday. So I definitely want to have a trivia night. I want to have a movie night where I don't know, I pick one of my favorite movies and we watch it. Maybe we'll do a karaoke night. You don't be coming in the Discord hanging with us, Demarcus, but we do have a funky good time in there, even though it's been a little minute since we did it. But I would like to get something like that going on as well. So I'm definitely gonna celebrate myself, and I'm gonna, try to have as much fun as I possibly can. Every day I feel like we should be celebrating ourselves and just appreciating getting another day, whether it's your birthday or not. So I'm trying to practice that. Definitely have to take advantage of it. But something else is that's also an awareness in December is National Impaired Driving Prevention Month. We know, and as long as drunk driving been going on, people should be more than aware, that should not be happening. But unfortunately, especially when it's this time of year, you're dealing with depression, you're dealing with, the holidays, you might be out partying, whatever it is. Don't drink and drive. We have too many different options that we could use. Call somebody, get a Uber, get a Lyft. I know the prices be crazy. Get a cab, take a bus, take a train, whatever you got to do. But, we definitely want to bring awareness to that, so that you do not hurt yourself or anybody else. And like I said, of course, in December, we always discuss seasonal affective disorder, which is called SAD Awareness Month, right? That's something else that we definitely talk about in this month, because even though it may be like, oh, happy holidays and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, for you, and there's nothing wrong with that. You definitely should celebrate it, but sometimes we also do have to be mindful that this could be a hard time for a lot of other people. Again, I've always been very vocal that this is one of the hardest times of the year for me. I'm not a big fan of the holidays. I'll be like, Lord, please let us get past these damn holidays, right? I have been feeling that way for several years due to losing so many family members, losing my other half. Then last year, right before me finding out about the breast cancer, I lost my sister. So definitely hard for me. Like even when I was coming up here to do the self care, I'm like, damn, this is something where I would have wanted to text my sister and send her the link for this for her to watch, this live. So it gets a little hard this time of year for myself as well and a lot of other people. So, one, take care of yourself, right? It always starts with you first and foremost, but two, be mindful that other people struggle with this time of the year as well. It may not be merry and it may not be happy for them. It's probably like a lot of up and down. So, you just got to be mindful of that. And some of the things that I gotta make this bigger, child, and put my glasses back on. um with seasonal affective disorder, basically you may feel sad, anxious, empty feelings. You may have feelings of hopelessness, guilt, worthlessness, helplessness, okay? A loss of interest in activities, fatigue and decreased energy, difficulty concentrating, remembering details, making decisions, thoughts of death or unaliving. We definitely don't want you doing that, right? You may be oversleeping, you may be overeating, you may gain weight, you may lose weight, you'll have social withdrawal, excuse me, feeling like hibernating. I definitely go through those days. Difficulty sleeping, lack of appetite, irritability, and agitation. Okay, so that's some of the signs that we have to look out for. Uh, okay. I'm sorry, y'all. My thing be freezing and doing what it want to do. Hey, what's going on, Monique 69 Ways? I hope you having a good day. Okay. So pretty much, and some of these things is probably gonna be similar. Y'all know that I always tell you that is kind of like repetitive, but that's just so that we could get the point and we could learn the things that we need to be learning. All right. So of course, again, you'll feel sad and anxious and empty feelings of hopelessness, guilt, worthlessness, helplessness, loss of interest in activities, fatigue and decreased energy, difficulty concentrating, remembering details, and making decisions. And I'm gonna tell y'all something, and this ain't just from the seasonal depression. This actually I've noticed since I got sick. I have been having a very hard time concentrating and a very hard time remembering, and it aggravates my soul and my spirit. For anybody that's been here from the beginning, before, when I did reviews, I could remember everybody's names. I could remember what happened. I didn't really have to take much notes. Now, a lot of times, if I don't write stuff down or I don't like take screenshots and see pictures, the simplest things can like leave my mind when I'm in the midst of being up here talking about something with y'all. Sometimes I even forget words. Like I know what the hell the word mean and I know what I want to say, but I've been getting the worst. Yes, brain fog, Olin, exactly. I've been getting it really, really bad, and it's been really frustrating for me. I know I can't help it, I can't control it, but I definitely have come to the realization that that's been happening to me. And I'll be so ticked off, like I know these words, I know what I want to say, but for some reason it's just not coming out, and that has been an effect on me just in general overall, but definitely when it comes to doing reviews. And I think that's why I haven't kind of been doing my separate reviews the way I normally do. Too, something else that's been happening to me, I get out of breath. So y'all know, like sometimes I get hyped about these characters, I want to go on my rants, but I find myself getting out of breath and I find myself losing my voice. So I gotta find a different way to do the review, so to speak. So you can apply that to any situation. Sometimes that's frustrating. Of course, thinking about unaliving and all of that, oversleeping, overeating. We just talked about weight gain, weight loss, the social withdrawals, and everything else. And so, we got to pay attention to that, whether it's within ourselves or our loved ones. And then, you know, 10 ways to deal with holiday blues, because sometimes you just get a little bit of the holiday blues, which is different than, like I said, having the seasonal depression, right? So the holiday blues, feel your feelings. Whatever you feeling, go ahead and feel them. Go through it. Deal with it the way that you are comfortable dealing with it. It's no right or wrong way to do it. Don't let anybody tell you, well, I don't understand why you over there doing this and that. I do this. Okay, well, maybe that works for you and this works for me, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? So feel your feelings. The only way out is through. Then open up to others. You don't have to face it alone. Meditate to quiet the thoughts that torment you. Start a new holiday tradition instead of focusing on what once was. That's something I'm working on now, because I don't do the decorations, but I love, like, seeing the Christmas lights that other people have up. I like seeing the snow on the ground, but I don't want to walk through the snow. Okay. I like watching holiday movies. I like listening to my Christmas music. I was just saying to my son's friend the other day, it ain't Christmas till I put on my damn Jackson 5, baby, until I hear in my mind. Okay, I got to play my Temptations. Then we on and popping. So I do that no matter what. And I haven't even started watching Christmas movies, and we got a lot of Christmas movies that came out this year. So um yeah, that's something else. And then try light therapy. We talked about this last year, and I actually did try it. I wasn't as familiar with it when we first was talking about it last year, but that will counter the gray weather, because believe it or not, the weather and the fact that we get dark, faster and all of that, like earlier, does have an effect as well. So that's actually something that's really good. Then make a gift. Okay, creativity can be very therapeutic. Get moving, exercise. Okay, the exercise boosts your get out there and walk, do a little jumping jacks, a little run around the block if you can. Get outside even if it's cold. I usually try to go for a walk every day. Rain, sleet, slow. Okay, I'm like the damn mailman out here in these streets. I gotta get out. But one day I did that and I got sick. So, be careful with that too. But treat yourself. A little self care can go a long way. Treat yourself to whatever the hell you want to treat yourself to. Okay. And give someone in need. Sometimes giving, others and looking out for others could be helpful to you too. So yeah, that's some good tips. And then this one is 6 tips for coping with post holiday blues. Okay. Plan things that you enjoy, for the upcoming weeks and months or whatever that you can look forward to. Determined to focus on positive. So instead of just looking at everything that's negative, try to find something that's positive, even if it's just the smallest, tiniest things, right? Remember the good times, right? Sometimes remembering the good times can make you depressed too, though. I ain't gonna lie to you, but maybe looking through a photo album, looking at old videos and just good memories of the good old days can kind of boost you up too, right? Again, prioritizing your self-care. That's always like the top. Even if it's just 10-15 minutes. A lot of times people be like, I ain't got time for that. I got this to do, I got that to do, I got the other to do. But guess what? If you doing all of those things and you're not taking care of yourself, then your ass end up in the hospital, or you end up, messed up. And then you go and sit down. Like, God will find a way to make your ass sit down one way or another. Trust me when I tell you. I learned that when my other half got sick, let alone when I got sick. So he'd be like, "Oh, you ain't want to listen. You thought you still was gonna just do this and do that and do the other." So then, when you in a position where you can't do it anyway now because you all jacked the hell up, then it's like, damn, I should have been doing it the other way from the beginning. So just be mindful of that. Also, joy, strength from others, right? Like, of course, don't be around people that's always negative and doing all the different shenanigans. Be around people that's gonna uplift you, that are gonna be accountable. That you help them, they help you. You know who have your back and who don't, right? And remember that um to everything there's a season, right? And so if you make it through this season, then you'll make it to the next season, and the next season could be more fulfilling. I always say, if today is not a good day, tomorrow is, I hope tomorrow was a better one. Like, as long as we have another day and we have breath in our body, is always a chance for it to get better. You just gotta kind of look at it like that. And it's okay if you're not okay today. It's okay not to be okay. I know people don't like, to hear that. They want you to be smiling and laughing every day, but sometimes you ain't in the mood to damn laugh. Okay. And that's okay too. So yeah. Hey, what's up, Beautiful Entertainment? Thank you for coming through. um, what the market said, it's holiday season when I hear my babe Mariah Carey Christmas songs. I know that's right. I was talking about her too. Like, for me, um, everybody's favorite, or the one that seems to make the most, hoopla off her Christmas album is what's that damn song called? All I Want for Christmas. But I actually love her Oh Holy Night and her Silent Night. Those are my favorites off her album. You said Tamika's Denza, you have a passport. I hope you go to a Jamaican beach for your next birthday. I'm gonna hit up a Jamaican one too, but I actually want to go to the Bahamas. Okay, the Bahamas. But I'm about to be in Mexico and not Mexico. I'm about to be in Puerto Rico in March. Okay, so I'm about to be out here in these streets, y'all. Like, that's something I'm promising myself, that I promised my sister, and I promised my other half, because we was actually saying we was gonna be retired together and traveling. So now I feel like, oh God, I don't want to get emotional up here, y'all. But I gotta travel for my sister, for my other half, and for me. I'm gonna be representing for all of us. Okay, for my cousin. Hmm. Thank you again to Marcus. So you coming through with the super chat today. You say make the trend instead of following the tradition of self-care too. Hmm. So what else we got up here? Let's see. Okay, I'm not gonna read every single one of these, and I am gonna post these in the community tab. I just didn't get a chance to post them yet, but these are just some examples. I think it's three of them that are December self care challenges, December self care calendars that we can challenge ourselves to do different things in the month of December. So, of course, like day one says, take 10 minutes to break, meditate, and focus on your breath. Day two, write things down that you're grateful for. Like, none of these are really hard things. And if you miss a day or you miss a couple days, don't even stress that. Just worry about, whichever ones you could do, whichever days. That's what I always say. Because a lot of times people will let that throw their whole thing off. Oh, I didn't do it this day or that day. And they'll feel like that means that they, can't do it anymore. But no, just whatever day you're at, pick up from that day and do it. Day six says take a relaxing bath. Um, day seven, try a new healthy recipe. You got day 13, declutter a small area space in your house or whatever. So those are pretty simple. That's not really nothing that's too hard to do. Um and I will put these up that way y'all can look at it closely. Like I said, screenshot it, save it if you want to do it, if you're interested. Then we have the next one says um 30 days of self-care, right? Easy self-care ideas. So you have one, get some cozy socks, okay? Two, put on your favorite winter playlist. Three, make a cup of hot cocoa. Four, bubble bath again. Five, watch a holiday movie at home. That's one of your favorite movies. We have light a seasonal candle, write down three things you're grateful for, have a deep conversation with a friend, read a book you love for 30 minutes, watch a comedy special, go to the fair, journal for 15 minutes, make yourself a cup of tea, watch your favorite TV show, meet up with a friend or call one to catch up. So none of these are things that are really like, hard to do. And I like the number 31 that says, day 31, I should say, that says create your 2026 bucket list. Now, I don't know if you want to call it a bucket list. I know that I stopped doing like the resolutions a couple of years back because I was like, every time I do these damn resolutions, I don't really stick with them any damn way. Just being honest with myself. But if that works for you, then do that. But what we did go over up here last year. I think Moochie was with me with that one. We went over doing self-care jars. I think like the last 2-3 years we talked about doing the vision boards. I find that I kind of do those a little bit better. So, and write realistic things. Don't write things that you know damn well your ass ain't gonna do just for the sake of doing it. Write things that you really think is interesting to you, that you really would want to do, and that you think is something that you would, be able to do. Okay. And then just go from there. So I thought this one was pretty good. Then we have another calendar that is basically again December self-care, right? So number one, you're gonna set your self-care goals for the month. Two, you're gonna start a conversation with someone you don't know. I don't know about that, but maybe. Three, research a topic you know nothing about, and then try to educate yourself more about it. Four, order a takeout dinner. Um, Six, go for a hike. I'm just kind of jumping around. Eight, tell someone how wonderful they are. 10, go to sleep early. 11, smile at someone new. 12, go for a run or walk after work. 15, treat yourself to breakfast. 16, buy yourself something new. Um, 18, send a note of encouragement to somebody that needs it. 15, um, oh, I said that one already. 22, journal. 24, share positive self talk with others. 25, enjoy a holiday treat. Um, and then 31 on this one is kind of similar to one we just seen. It says commit to learning a new skill for 2026. So I like these. And like I said, you could just choose whichever ones. Shout out to Inga. Inga actually shared this in the Discord, and I thought this was very good. Okay, very, very good. I love this. And so it's 40 things to throw away before 2026. Instant decluttering. So we have number one, old magazines. Number two, old hats and gloves. Number three, movies that are scratched. Number four, old pillows. Number five, worn out shoes. Um, Let me make this bigger, child, because y'all know, and I'm tilting my head because I'm trying to look up at the bottom of the damn glasses to read. um, Number six, worn out blankets. Number seven, burnt out candles. Number eight, expired food. Number nine, takeout menus. Yeah, I be having a lot of takeout menus in the house. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Number 10, extra cords. Yeah, I just actually did that. 11, games with missing pieces. 12, restaurant sauce packets. Yep, I just did that. Number 13, broken or expired makeup. Number 14, old coupons. Number 15, old cleaning supplies. Number 16, old purses. Number 17, old nail polish. Number 18, anything you have too much of. Number 19, old toothbrushes. 20, excess mismatched Tupperware. Yeah, I do it in the winter before New Year's, and then I do it again, of course, like the springtime when they say spring cleaning. I think, why keep a whole bunch of broke stuff? That's what I tell my son. If his stuff is broken or it got stuff that's missing from it, and at this point it's just holding damn space, like what is it doing? Is a decoration? You can't even use it the way that it is, or it's worn. I know some things we don't want to let go, some things we hold on to for sentimental reasons, and I'm very guilty of being a pack rat. So I definitely have to go through and get rid of stuff. But I'm gonna lie to y'all. I feel like the more I get rid of stuff, the more stuff I get. I don't know how the hell it happens, but it does. But towels, rags with holes, 22 half empty bottles, 25 expired medicine. Yeah, expired medicine is definitely important to get rid of. I remember that my girlfriend was steadily taking medicine and she was like, why am I feeling like I'm getting worse and the medicine is not working and stuff? And then when she looked at the expiration date, it was all expired. She like, no wonder. So you definitely have to double check those. Number 24, old mail. 25, anything you haven't used in the last 3 months. 26, old receipts. 27, socks, underwears with holes. 28, socks without a match. Child, what be happening to the damn socks? Because, well, one thing, my son, even though his damn foot is way bigger than mine, loves stealing my socks. But the other thing is, how come we always go to the damn laundromat and one of the damn socks disappear? Like, what be up with that shit? It's so irritating. Um, what was up to 29 clothes you haven't worn in at least 6 months. Now, see, I don't know about that because I got clothes that I maybe I should start doing that, but I definitely got clothes I haven't worn in the last 6 months, baby. But I ain't throwing it out. It's still good. Now I will donate some clothes though if I know that I'm really not gonna be using them. Then 31, you have old manuals. 32, old paperwork. Yes, definitely got to do that. 33, clothes you don't love or don't fit. Yes. 34, birthday cards. 35, broken toys. 36, Happy Meal toys. That's hilarious. I haven't had to buy Happy Meal toys in a very long time. 37, anything with missing pieces. 38, earrings without a match. Yeah. And 39, any duplicates. And 40, old ties and belts. So yeah, I definitely agree with this list. I think we have to definitely go through and declutter and get rid of some things before 2026 come in. Should be done every year, to be honest. She said, "My mom don't throw away nothing." I listen. I'm like that too. Certain stuff I've had since I was in freaking high school. Certain stuff I definitely have had since my son was a child that I refuse to get rid of. So I'm a little guilty of it too. But I will go through and definitely clear out those things that's just like, yeah, it's a no for me, dog. What do we still have this in the house for? Like, um, this is something else that Inga sent to me. Thank you, Inga. Okay, love you, girl. Sunday night affirmations, and this can really be any night, okay? But I release everything that didn't serve me this week. Absolutely. I welcome peace, clarity, and direction into my life. I am prepared, protected, and covered for the week ahead. I know that's right. Good news is on the way to me. I am attracting stability, love, and abundance. My mind is calm, my spirit is steady, and my heart is grateful. Oh, yes, I love it. This week will bring opportunity, progress, and blessings. I am becoming a better version of myself every single day. I trust God with what's coming next, okay? And I deserve everything good that is unfolding for me. Yeah, I need this one to like stay on my desk or my wall for me to look up for. I mean, look up to. Yes, absolutely. I love that. Thank you, Inga, for sending that one. Um, let's see what else we got up here. 1 minute, y'all. So I think we're moving along, if I'm not mistaken, to just some of the different positive, reminders that we need sometime that my girl Kendall sent. I love these. So you have the most important relationship you have is with yourself. The most important relationship you have is with yourself. Pay attention to who you're with when you feel your best. Ooh, that is so true. Pay attention to who you with when you feel your best. And pay attention to who you with when you feel your worst too. One thing I remember, and I'm paraphrasing, but I know that there's a quote that Maya Angelou said that was like, you may not remember, you know, everything, but one thing you do remember is how a person made you feel. And that is so true, whether they made you feel good or whether they made you feel bad, right? And so definitely, if it's a certain person that when you around them, you just feel like, damn, when I think about it, every time I was around them, I felt down and in the dumps and whatever way, then that may be the person that we need to leave behind, okay? And if it's somebody that made you feel good and made you feel at your best, then that might be, somebody that you want to come around a little bit more. The next one says, speak your dreams into existence. Absolutely. I feel like it's power in your tongue, you know. So say as much good stuff about yourself, about your journey, about where you see you going and your dreams as you possibly can. You never know. Some things may not come to be or may not come to be when you want it to, but eventually if it's meant for you, I'm definitely a person that feels that what is meant for you is going to be yours. Nobody can step in the way of that. Nobody can stop that. It's already yours. Claim it. What's up, the Lawrence Report? Thank you for coming through. So I definitely like that one. Then we have you don't have to say yes to every opportunity. You don't have to say yes to every opportunity. Every damn thing sometimes ain't for you. Every place ain't for you to be. Like some things is okay to just say no. Okay, period, point blank. And that's something I definitely had to learn. You gotta know which things is for you and which things is like, yeah, nah, I'll pass. I'll see y'all on the next one. But you go ahead. Um, then we have step outside your comfort zone. That's definitely something that I had to learn too. Excuse me. Uh, then you have your mindset determines your future. Stay focused on your vision. Your mindset determines your future. Stay focused on your vision. I love that. All doubts for today are canceled. Go get it, girl. Okay, or man, whatever one, right? All doubts for today are canceled. Go get it. Point blank, period. Then we have it's time to get out of your own damn way. Yes, some of us really be blocking our own blessings, to be honest. Some of us, okay, be blocking our own blessings. Some of us is scared, and some of us really be in our own way. It don't be the other people, it be you. So you may have to go ahead and, reevaluate some things. Yeah, I see I'm already starting to get stuffy now. I don't know why that happens to me every time. Um, then we have don't wait for the perfect moment. Take the moment and make it perfect. I love that. Because sometimes there's no such thing as like, this perfect time or perfect moment. You be waiting. Oh, I'm gonna do it when this happened. I'm gonna do it when that happened. I'm gonna do it when the other thing happened. And maybe those other things is just never gonna happen, or it's not gonna happen until you go ahead and step up and do what it is that you really want to do. So I definitely agree with that, right? And then we have learn to love the sound of your own feet, walking away from things not meant for you. hmm Learn to love the sound of your own feet, walking away from things that are not meant for you. Absolutely. And sometimes it's scary to walk away. It's scary to start over. It's scary to try new things. It's scary to change. We get so stuck into that one space, but you just have to say, like, is there really things happening for me in this space? Like all this time that I've been doing this, have I been getting what I need to get out of it? I think that, becomes the bigger question. And if the answer is no, then you might want to try a different way. So I am beautiful. Okay. Say that again. I am beautiful. Say that again. Sometimes you gotta stop and look in the mirror and just really be like, ooh, okay, girl, I see you. You beautiful. All right. Now. All right. Sometimes we got to give ourselves that reminder. We can't be waiting on other people to give it to us. Um, Thank you. Is it Miriam? I'm sorry if I'm messing up your name. Says this has been amazing. Love these. Thanks for sharing. Thank you so much for joining. I definitely appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm glad I'm feeling better too, honey. It ain't nothing like feeling sick. It really is not. Nobody wants to be sick. What's going on, Miss Nisi? Thank you for coming through. Shout out to everybody that came through. At one point, we was jumping like between 40 and 50 people, even though everybody ain't talking. Maybe you just listening. Maybe you at work. Maybe you out driving or walking or running, whatever you doing, wherever you are. I thank you for listening in. If you watching from Facebook or anywhere else, thank you. If you come on the replay, thank you, okay? Make sure you let me know. Replay game, you came by, put some flames up in the sky, okay? Give me a wave, put me in the algorithm, hype me up, do all of the things. I definitely appreciate it. Okay. um, block and delete, baby. Block, block, delete, delete. Oh God, it was so funny, and I don't even remember what he said now because I was like, I'm gonna use that, but I know I was watching Most Def, and he was on the live, and somebody came through. And he was like, we ain't got time for that. We don't do that over here. Block, block. Yeah. And it was a phrase he used, and I was like, oh, I'm going to be using it. It just cracked me up so much. But yeah, that part. Like, it's okay to block people, it's okay to delete, it's okay to move the hell right along, ease on, ease on, ease on down the road, because ain't nobody got time for that, okay? So I'm definitely a believer in that. You don't owe nobody none of your time, period. Especially not for foolishness. Sorry, 1 minute, y'all. So this one says, in a room full of people, want yourself first. Mm-hmm. And then this one says, several small steps add up to big results. Yep. And again, sometimes you may feel like you ain't really getting far, or you taking a long time for certain things to come through. But I always feel like whenever is your time, that's when it's gonna happen. Don't even worry about it. Or you may feel like you're not going at the same speed as somebody else. You're not getting things as fast as somebody else is getting it. But you can't be looking over, and I used to tell my sister that all the time, God bless her dead. You can't be looking over to see how somebody else is going or how they got something, because you don't know what they did to get it, whether it was good or bad. I just feel like when it's your time, whatever way it's meant for you to get there on your journey, whether it's big steps, small steps, whether it's going around the corner, over the hills, through the woods, under the trees, by the moon, whichever way is meant for you, that's okay. You don't have to do it the way that other people do it. So I definitely agree with that. Then we have I'm sorry, y'all, saying that my internet connection is going in and out, so I hope y'all can still hear me. It says, if you aren't on my side, then you're in my way. Woo, I love this one. If you aren't on my side, then you're in my way. That don't mean you have to agree with everything that I say. That don't mean you can't call me out or tell me when I'm wrong. But if you against me and you trying to just basically be a damn hater or whatever and block me, if you ain't for me, then move the hell out my way. Okay? Move, bitch. Get out the way. Get out the way. Get out the way. So I could go ahead and do what the hell I'm trying to do. All right? So I'm definitely here for that. And okay, so she can hear me. And then it says, walk away from bad energy. Yes, absolutely. We ain't got no time for that. Do what Telling y'all this, look, do what scares you until it doesn't. Do what scares you until it doesn't. Okay. Sorry, y'all, I was getting messages at the same time. Believe in your current self and create your future self. Yeah, I agree with that. Again, nobody could do it but you. And do it your way. We are in charge of our own path. Walk with confidence. Absolutely. Stop walking for everything. I'm sorry, stop waiting for everything to be perfect to be happy. Yeah. Again, sometimes you have to really stop and appreciate the small things. Take a look and just be like, yeah, this is happening, but then something else good happened, and it could always be worse. Just breathe in and take a minute. Like I had to do that when I got my news. I had to give myself permission to be happy with that news and to be able to take it in and what it means and breathe for a minute and to be able to celebrate it and celebrate myself and then be like, I'm going to deal with everything else tomorrow. So it may not be everything that you want, but the little piece that you can grab out of, you know, whatever it is okay to just embrace that and deal with that and take that in for a minute. And then because someone doesn't give you credit, never stop doing your best. Absolutely. Absolutely. Sometimes everybody's not going to give you credit. Everybody's not going to clap for you. Everybody's not going to celebrate you. Everybody's not going to cheer for you. They may say, girl, that wasn't all that. You ain't do this. You ain't do that. Again, we really can't look for the validation from other people all the time. Sometimes we got to just be our biggest fans, be our biggest cheerleaders for ourselves. And I feel like, the rest will follow, and you just still give it your best no matter what. Um, this one is better single than taken for granted. I agree with that. Better single than taken for granted. This one got some tiny words here, y'all. I'm gonna try to see. I'm gonna try to see. I work hard. I pay my bills. I maintain myself. When you see me, know that's all me. I'm not funded. I do the funding. Okay. I work hard. I pay my bills. I maintain myself. When you see me, know that it's all me. I'm not funded. I do the funding. All right. Let them know. Talk to yourself like someone you love. Absolutely. Talk to yourself like someone you love. Encourage yourself. Lift yourself up. How the heck you lifting up other people and loving on other people and treating other people better than you treat yourself? What's wrong with that picture? Okay. Um, don't let start and stop you. Yeah. That's so true. I remember when I told y'all how I started YouTube was because my son would literally be cursing me out because I would be watching Moochie and shout out Miss K and Nita the Diva and Lamont and so many for so long. And my son would literally come in the room and be like, "Mom, why are you sitting here keep watching these people? You can get up there and do the same thing. You watch movies and stuff all the time. You've been telling people about movies and TV shows for years." And he would just be so upset by it. I was like, damn, why are you getting so mad? Why is this making you so angry, right? But then finally I did it. And I always tell y'all that me doing YouTube definitely brought me out of a big depression that I was going through because I had got injured on the job, wasn't working no more, lost my other half, so many things. And so but then doing it, I'm like, oh, all I got is my phone. I don't have this equipment. I don't have that equipment. I don't have these mics. Whatever. I was just naming off all the things that I didn't have. And it was like, no, just sit in front of this phone, talk your mess. Whoever gonna come and watch you, gonna come and watch you. Like the other things will come along later. I would have never thought I was gonna be up here talking on no daggone YouTube. I'll tell you that wasn't on my bingo card. But my point is, like, yeah, you can't really be like, oh, I gotta wait for this to start. I gotta wait for that to start. No, sometimes you just gotta jump into it, start it, and then everything else will fall into place. Hey, beloved reviews. I'm seeing some new people. I appreciate y'all coming through. What's going on? Acres of movie, you say thank you for the encouragement. I really need that. Oh, thank you for coming through. I appreciate it. That's what we're here for. We all gotta uplift each other. That's how I feel about it. What's your favorite Denzel performance? Oh, that's hard, man. I love me some Denzel. I know. Shout out to Big for Entertainment. I just recently found out he be playing with my boy Denzel. Okay, I didn't know this before, but nah. I love Denzel. It's a lot of performances. Like, it's so many, man. I don't even know which one I could say is like my favorite three. Our Soldier Story is one of my favorites. That's like the beginning of his career. I'm kind of thinking maybe I want to watch the Soldier Story as my birthday movie. I don't know. Take it way back. But I love Fallen. I don't know too many people that talk about Fallen, but that's another one of my favorites. It's hard. It's hard. Because I could just do like a whole dedication to just Denzel by himself. For real, for real. Um, Candy said, thank God for your son. Yeah, he definitely pushed me into this because I was like, why you keep bothering me? What are you harassing me for? Okay. um, I'm trying to think of another one. A Man on Fire. I like that one too. When he be like, time's up. Okay. Time is up. You don't be playing. It's hard though. It's so many. Like I could literally just do a long list of Denzel movies. Um, every behavior is learned from an experience. So when did we learn how to give up? That's true. Every behavior is learned from an experience. So when did we learn how to give up? That is very true. I always say people, kind of speak like their opinions and beliefs is, how you grew up, what your experiences were, what you've seen, all of that plays a part in how you look at things or, some of the things that's your decision making. So definitely every behavior is learned from experience. So when do we learn how to give up? That's a good one. Demarcus Vaughn says, Menace to Society or Training Day. First of all, I'm not a Menace to Society fan. That damn movie traumatized the hell out of me. So it's Training Day for me, okay? And you said Philadelphia is your favorite Denzel movie. Okay. Yeah, Philadelphia is a good one though, him and Tom Hanks. There's a lot of good ones. The list for the movies that Denzel did that's good is a lot, in my opinion. Um, on a serious note, one thing life is teaching me right now is that I can really do this shit all by myself, okay? All by myself. You can, but you can't. I agree with that, but I also feel like you do need those people that's in your corner that you can count on. And first and foremost, you need God, okay? I'm a believer. Um, but if it's gonna be a whole bunch of who's that's in the mix, then yeah. Like if I have to deal with that as my circle or my family and friends, that's really not family and friends, then I could go ahead and let them go and I can do it by myself. If we talking about it in the context of that, then absolutely I can do it by myself. Mm-hmm. And did and do and is like absolutely. Um I'm gonna do one more and then I'm gonna let y'all go because I actually have the what you should be watching at I think 4:30. So if you guys are free, come back around for that. We're gonna be discussing the movies and TV shows that's coming out for December and what I got a chance to catch up on um, for November and stuff like that. Um So we'll do one more before we go. Stop being attached to who you used to be. That's a good one. And that is so, so true. Again, it's hard to let go. It's hard to change. It's hard sometimes to let go of people. It's hard to let go of things that you're used to doing. You get stuck. You get used to doing something for a long time. I tell y'all all the time when I first got injured, I would say to my therapist and my doctor all the time, how am I going to get back to the old me? When am I going to get back to the old me? When am I going to get back to how I used to be? And one day I guess he was sick and tired of me saying that, and he was like, what if it's not no old you? Then what you gonna do? What does the new you look like? And when I tell you that seemed like the biggest epiphany and the biggest aha moment and the biggest like something so simple, but something that I just did not think about at all was me having to become somebody new. I just knew that I would get back to the old me. And he was right. I eventually did have to get used to this new me and get used to doing things in a new way. And now here it is, all these years later, then I have another situation happen to me where now that way that I just was learning to be for like the last 10 years, now I got to make a change again and I got to find a new way because I can't do things the way I was doing it then. And I thought that was a lot. Like I look at the injury I had to my leg and my back, and I thought that was the end of the world. I thought losing my other half was the end of the world. You know what I mean? It's like when you're going through those moments, you think that's the worst things that could happen to you, and then you find out no, that actually wasn't the worst. It was bad, and it took a lot to get through it. But then you'd be like, damn, this is more than that. And I didn't never think it would be anything that was more than that. And you also look at how far you came and how much you was able to conquer through those things that you thought was bad, that you thought you wouldn't make it through, but you did. So it's like two different ways for you to look at it. But yeah, sometimes we gotta let it go, let it flow. We can't be attached to the old things. We gotta let the old things go. We gotta be out with the old, in with the new. Okay, and make it do what it do. But yeah, y'all, that is what we got going on. Hey, Kendall, we about to get out of here, girl. But shout out to you. I was telling them that you sent me so much stuff for self care. I have been able to use it for this past year, girl. God bless you because I needed it because I really could not look up things the way that I normally do. I just didn't have it in me. I would try here and there, but being able to just go and be like, oh yeah, Kendall sent me these and pull them up has been a lifesaver favor, and I still got some left. So more than likely, I'll be using those next month, and we'll finish out. We'll bring in the new year with those because these have been so great, and they are all up in the community tab, y'all. They are on the community tab. They are on, all of the social medias. Like I said, they are in the Discord. So definitely, if you want them or if you want me to send them to you, you can DM me. And, now we have the other thing, like I said, that you guys can put a post in the community tab as well. That's another way that we could all communicate. So, yeah, that is basically what I have for today, you guys. I'm going to be back in like 20 minutes. I'm going to just freshen up my drink, use the ladies' room for a minute. Y'all go freshen up y'all drinks, get your popcorn, because we're going to talk about the movies and TV shows that are coming to, theaters and streaming services. We're going to talk about what I watched, what I've been reviewing, and all of those things and have a funky good time. I hope this is our last, what you should be watching before the new year. I also want to do, I usually do this, I want to do the top movies and shows for 2025. I got to talk with Inga behind the scenes. We was trying to set up something for that because it was a lot of good shows that came out in 2025. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. And so I know I'm gonna do something with that too. Probably in the next week or two, God willing. And what else is going on? That's pretty much it. Y'all know I joined EJ for Family Business on Sundays. We do the ovals on Tuesdays. We do it. Welcome to Derry, myself and Monique 69 Ways. Um, on Mondays we doing purpose. I think that might be on Mondays too. Um, we usually do fourths on Fridays, but I wasn't feeling too hot yesterday. EJ wasn't feeling too hot yesterday, so I think we're doubling up on fourths next Friday. And I think that's it. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but either way, y'all, keep your notifications on so when I go live or upload anything, you will know. And thank y'all all for coming through. Thank you for everybody new that joined us and anybody else that comes on the what you say? Child, I ain't sipping on nothing right now. I just putting some coffee. But however, karma, I don't know. I might have a little something today. I haven't really been having my drinks like I used to, but I might, Long Island iced tea is my drink. Okay, that's my drinky drink. So let me see if this thing is gonna play the outro going out because coming in, StreamYard was playing games and having problems, but I'll see you guys in a minute. Okay. Toodaloo. Welcome. Come in. This is Tamika's Den. I'm Tamika. Get on in here, y'all. Get on in here. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. You are now in the Den.
Go lock in with Tamika's Den. Ooh, that's fire. Go lock in with Tamika's Den.
Power to the people, okay? He's feeling like I'm about to come out and box. Because baby, they trifling, okay? All these people need to be in the damn trash, all right? Throw the tajadas away. As a matter of fact, wipe the damn bloodline out, y'all.
Tamika Den, that's what I'm talking about. That's how you spend a Saturday.
Honey, when I tell y'all that is the foolishness and the foolery and the messiness for me. Baby, we got a whole hot ass mess going on, all right?